Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
It is time to leave your worries outside and laugh with us inside the Treehouse. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm and Raj Sharma on Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. Welcome, Trey.
Welcome, Dan.
Welcome, Raj.
Howdy, Dan.
We're a little late to this drug party, but we're not always punctual, but we're usually pretty damn funny inside the Treehouse. And what I'm talking about is this. The Houston Police Department never welcomed the drug-addicted rats inside their evidence hold, but they're there. And they've set up shop. They've made homes. And I don't know if there's ever been a happier group of rats than the drug-addicted rats that have holed up inside the Houston Police Department's evidence hold in Houston, Texas.
At this point,
rats are very industrious creatures, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, reading that article, at this point, they haven't just set up shop. They've got an empire running by this point. I mean, this is generational.
It's true. It's very true. This is sort of like the Roman Empire for people, but for rats. It's like this group of rats are entering into their golden age.
Yeah, actual rats, not like prison snitches.
No, yeah, like actual furry but bare-legged rats.
Coked out rats. Nice.
You see what Cocaine Bear started? Who knew that Cocaine Bear was going to be such an inspirational film?
for all the creatures in the land. Yeah.
Kind of like the stories and the films and the books of my youth coming to fruition, but in ways that no one imagined, because one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid was An American Tale. That was the story about, I believe it was a little Russian Jewish mouse, or was it a German mouse escaping the Holocaust? I don't remember. It was a story about a little Jewish mouse making the trip to America and the land of possibilities and prosperity. That was American Tale, starring the tiny mouse Fievel. Okay. Then there was also the Rats of Nim. So Planet of the Apes, they escape from the testing facility and kind of take over the world. Rats of Nim, very similar hero's journey, but instead of apes, it was rats. They also were being tested on, and they grew very smart and wise, and their leader was Nostradamus.
No, their leader, Nicodemus.
Nicodemus, thank you, Trey. I knew I was slightly off there.
Nostradamus. The rat that can see the future.
He did. It was a drug cartel.
Yeah.
They grew strong and mighty and knew how to cut up lines.
Yeah. The Rats of Nim have graduated.
Yeah, I want to see all of this, like the Rats of Nim, the methamphetamine mice, the dilaudid deer. I can't wait to see how all of this turns out with all the woodland creatures.
It's the PCP possums that you really got to watch out for.
Crazy.
Those hallucinating possums. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, they do. Instead of bum fights, they do, It's like turf wars between the raccoons and the possums. Throw out a little blow and see who wins.
Just throw an 8-ball out in the middle and fight to the death.
Possums wins because they put their knives on the little babies too, and so there's like,
That's a terrible tactic, but effective.
Yeah.
The Houston police property warehouse, where thousands of pounds of drugs, blood samples, and countless pieces of evidence have been collected at crime scenes, is in desperate need of a cleanup because it's been attracting rodents for years. The Houston Police Department, Mayor John Whitmire, and the newly elected Harris County District Attorney Sean Tier announced that they are all joining forces to tackle the issue of decades-old evidence that has led to a rat infestation in the evidence room. According to Mayor Whitmire, he said, for many years, we've recognized that the property room and the evidence kept there has not been given the attention it needs in this system. To explain the volume that Houston police has to deal with in its evidence rooms, Mayor Whitmire detailed a growing problem of rats invading old evidence. He said, we got 400,000 pounds of marijuana in storage that the rats are the only ones enjoying.
Wow.
Oh, Houston Police Chief No Diaz asserted the issue in its evidence room has been kicked down the road by previous HPD and city officials. The department keeps over 1.2 million pieces of evidence in storage, some of which are no longer needed due to those offenses having already passed through the legal system. I don't know about you, but I'm hearing a new season of Storage Wars is in order, and it could be really exciting.
400,000 pounds of weed. The Slowpoke Rodriguez story.
Slowpoke to return.
They got weed from the 80s, kilos of coke from the 90s. I mean, it's like a time capsule of drugs.
Does I've never done it, but does cocaine get better with age? I don't know how. Is it like wine? If you keep it like properly stored in a cellar.
How long does weed last?
It's a plant. I don't think it ever goes bad.
I have no idea. I really don't. My drug knowledge is minimal at best.
Yeah.
And you're right, Raj. It's a great question. I don't know if cocaine ages like wine or cheese. I don't know if anyone's ever waited long enough. I don't know if anyone who does cocaine has the patience to wait years to see if it ages well.
Yeah, it's like, you take a little snort and it's like, that's a 1990 Colombian. Nice. That's early 2000 Peruvian.
For the finely aged stuff, do you get like a skeleton key and do a bump off that? I don't know.
What's the training like for a cocaine sommelier? I mean, do you still get the experience at the high-end restaurants where they come over with the white towel? Well, I guess it'd have to be like a black towel for cocaine, draped over the arm, and then they present it to you as if you know something about it, which you don't. And they say, is this satisfactory to you? And you nod approvingly. And then they pour a little line onto your table, and then you're supposed to, I don't know.
Well, do you do the thing they did in like the 80s, like where you take the pinky and go,
take
a little taste of it?
Yeah, that's what every that's what every narcotics cop did in the 80s. They had the tongue on the pinky, and they dabbed it in the mystery white powder, and they taste it and go like, oh, yeah, that's cocaine. Well, of course, a narcotics cop from the 80s is going to know what cocaine tastes like.
Yeah. I mean, is it like, oh yeah, it's an 88 Chateau de Escobar.
There's like a note of Crockett and Tubbs in here as well.
This is a beautiful Medellin. You'll like this one.
I still like the idea of Houston Police Department taking part in their own season of Storage Wars. Like, it's going to be fun in here, man. You can sell raffle tickets and people could buy them, and then they get to keep whatever's in there.
That's hilarious. They just get so high on the weed, they just keep auctioning the same storage unit over and over and over again. They don't even move to the next unit.
And then at some point, they get some weed and they're like, "Oh, this sucks. Those hippies."
That's what happens, man. It's storage. It's a mystery. You never know what you're going to get. It
About
might be the
13
good
storage.
stuff. It might be the dirt weed. It might be the old stuff that, it may not have been weed at all. It might have just been some grass that came out of the underwear of a homeless murderer.
Especially if it kind of takes you back to that era, of whatever it was, in. It's like, one day you're a yuppie, the next day you're like, damn it, grunge.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
When the cocaine baggie is flannel.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
The RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation benefits the families of DFW area police officers and firefighters killed in the line of duty. To donate, go to treehouseonair.com and click on donate. Pretty simple. That's treehouseonair.com and click on donate to donate to the RMS Treehouse Listeners Foundation, benefiting the families of DFW area police officers and firefighters killed in the line of duty. Treehouseonair.com, and again, click on donate. Thank you very much. Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm and Raj Sharma with you inside the Treehouse. And I have something astounding to show you both today inside the Treehouse. I hope you're super excited, but deep down, you might be a little terrified as well, because researchers seem to have found the world's largest snake in the Amazon. I'm going to show you a video of this snake. This is taken in the Amazon River, somewhere in the Amazon in South America. And in this video is going to be a video of an anaconda. And in the video also is a man with a breathing apparatus. So it's sort of like a cross between snorkeling and scuba diving as he's swimming alongside this super large anaconda. So here we have the world's largest snake. The world's largest snake has been discovered in the Amazon. Ironically, as you see the man next to the snake in the video, the world's biggest idiot was discovered right next to the world's largest snake. This anaconda, you don't want none unless you got tons, son. He's so confused. Oh, that thing creeps me out. So yeah, the world's largest snake has been discovered. Interestingly, right next to the world's biggest idiot.
I have my first question on this. Why is the guy dressed like he could play guitar for AC/DC?
The outfit is interesting. You, I think, interestingly point out that he looks dressed like Angus Young from AC/DC. I think he's dressed like a 78-year-old lady hiker, because he's got like the long sleeve button down shirt, shorts, and the Teva hiking sandals.
Yeah, that's.
But at the end of the day, researchers have found the world's largest snake, and they're very excited about it.
Hang on, let me say this, because not that really anybody had any questions, but just in case you were wondering, yeah, the guy's white.
Thank you, Trey.
Sorry, was that not just implied?
Just to make sure, cover all our bases.
No, I mean, button down.
There's
shorts.
a reason why even those Amazonian tribes don't go in that water. But this guy's swimming alongside this massive anaconda in the Amazon, on the riverbed, right next to its head, and he's trying to offer up scale so you can get an idea of how big the snake is. They believe this is the world's largest anaconda, 440 pounds, 26 feet in length, and its head is comparable to that of a human head.
And it could have swallowed Trevor whole.
No,
We don't know that it didn't,
Noah.
Raj. This is just the before video.
It wasn't a Cooper or a Connor. I mean, he's in a button down and shorts, so you might be right. It might be a Noah.
They truly all do. They all look alike.
I've been saying it for years.
Who knew Raj would get validation in today's show?
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're listening to the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
If you miss any part of the Treehouse show, you can catch up with the Treehouse Show podcast, available on all major platforms like Spotify, iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Amazon Music, and a bunch more. They're all there on our website that you can check out and give us a follow and subscribe. Just go to treehouseonair.com for all those available platforms. Treehouseonair.com, or again, choose off of your favorites that I just mentioned there. Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm and Raj Sharma with you inside the Treehouse. Coming off the massive snake found in the Amazon, there's something else trolling around that I think will be a benefit to all of us that I'm going to share with you now. Raise your hand if when you fart, they're usually stinky. My hand's up.
I mean, yeah.
Raj, your hand is up. Trey, hands up. I will admit, and I don't think I'm alone in this, but I'm going to come out and say it, that when I toot, they're more often than not smelly. Okay. But there's good news. There is a way, according to a doctor, that you can actually fart clean. Because that does happen on occasion. And those are fun days or minutes. When you toot and you turn and smell and you smell nothing, you're like, oh, this is fun. I get all the noise and none of the smell.
Does pegging affect your farts?
I have no idea. I don't know the answer to that question.
Is there like a latexy smell? Maybe some polyurethane?
I don't know. I'm not into pegging. And neither is my wife.
Hey, is there a difference between a queef and a fart at that point?
Yeah, it's all about location, just like real estate.
Said she's not into pegging, so you're a sound sleeper. That's good to know.
I hate when you guys hijack things.
I'm just saying. You don't know if you're into it if you're unaware of it. Anyway.
Same for you guys. Anyway, if you have interest in farting clean, meaning to toot with no smell, I'd like to introduce you to a doctor that will share with you the ways in which you can fart clean, which means to fart without any smell. Okay, so here we go.
If you think you fart more than anyone else, first, you're probably wrong. Second, there's an easy fix for smelly flatulence. I'm Dr. Trisha Pastricha, and I'm a gastroenterologist and an instructor of medicine at Harvard Medical School. And here's how to avoid offending people with an ill-timed fart. Real, legitimate GI studies have found that farting anywhere from 10 to 20 times per day is normal. 99% of our intestinal gas is made of odorless gases like nitrogen, methane, carbon dioxide, but 1% contains sulfur, and it's that sulfur-containing gas that makes farts smell so bad. So if you're worried about smelly flatulence before a high-risk social event, take a medication like bismuth salicylate or Pepto-Bismol. These have been shown to reduce 95% of sulfide-containing gases and reduce symptoms of flatulence. There is some concern about salicylate toxicity if you take it regularly in the long term. But if you're just trying to ease your social discomfort for a day or two, by all means, take a dose by mouth up to 4 times a day beforehand. You might want to try this before a long flight. Medicine at Harvard Medical School.
So there you go. If you would like to fart clean, no stinky toots, Pepto-Bismol, recommended dosage for a couple of days, and you should be good to go.
Yeah, I love that it's a really pretty Indian doctor. That's the one who's giving the advice out. That's the type of arranged marriage I could have gone for. That's the just to list her qualifications. Like, so what did she do? She's a doctor. She's in Harvard. She's very pretty. Her farts don't smell. And I'm like, oh. The line would be out the bathroom door.
You couldn't wait for the wedding.
No, we would fart the whole way.
Meanwhile, the elephant looks back at you and goes, "Bro, really?"
You're listening to The Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
All right, it is time to advertise right here inside the Treehouse. Just shoot us an email, treehouseonair@gmail.com. That's treehouseonair@gmail.com to advertise here inside the Treehouse. Sponsorship opportunities are available. treehouseonair@gmail.com. I'm Dan O'Malley, along with Trey Trenholm and a suddenly love-struck Raj Sharma. Coming off of, what was her name? I got to see if I can pull this up again. It is Dr. Trisha Pasricha. Trisha Pasricha, medical doctor, and an instructor of medicine at Harvard Medical School. She's the gastroenterologist that just gave us the tips on how to fart without any smell, which is, just, I can see you now, Raj. You like the emoji with the heart eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure. She's every Indian man's dream. she's odorless. That's what we've all been dreaming of since we were kids. Just an odorless Indian lady. Oh,
and somewhere in there, being attracted to them.
Yes, she's the unicorn. she's the one we've been looking for.
You don't have to look for her anymore. You found her. She's an instructor at the Harvard School of Medicine, gastroenterology. You can find her, and she's on social media. That's where I saw the video. It was a collaborative reel between her and I believe the Washington Post.
Yeah. But I mean, she's at Harvard. Her parents have men lined up for her nuptials already. I mean, but
not in like an OnlyFans way.
No, but like the arranged marriage kind of way. She's into that. It depends on how traditional the household is, but yeah, there'll be just a gang of men who just can't wait to have the odorless beauty.
Can't wait to have their prostates checked by her.
That is true. I think that's also called pegging.
It's funny where you would go directly there, Dan.
She's a gastroenterologist. How do you not go there? This has nothing to do with pegging, Trey. You're the one that seems obsessed with it.
You're the one who brought up prostate and pegging, not
because
me.
She's a gastroenterologist. I didn't bring up pegging. You brought up pegging. You're the one that seems really obsessed with pegging and in general, my hole. And what it's doing or not doing.
I'm just saying.
My wife is doing to it.
I'm just saying, Dan, like if we do the next episode and you're in the lobby at Harvard waiting to see the doctor to get that prostate checked, we wouldn't be surprised.
It's not going to be because I'm looking for love. It's because I've already found it and it's too strong.
Yes. Or too big. I mean, it depends on how the size of the pegging apparatus.
Let's see. I found her for you on Instagram, Raj.
Okay.
Yeah, Trisha Pasricha. Yeah.
I will. Of course, you have to add the MD at the end.
She's at Harvard Med, gut health physician and scientist. Ask a Doctor columnist with the Washington Post. Oh, and she's got a book.
Sure.
Titled "You've Been Pooping All Wrong," which will be coming out in 2026.
Oh my Lord. The Indian man are just lining up right now. in India, especially, they're just all waiting for her arrival. Teach us how to poop. Like that's gonna be the. Yeah, that's a. I would hate to be the ghostwriter for that book. I got a really crappy job.
Oh, come on.
Come on, you gotta like a pun every now and again.
I do, but I'm accepting of them when I do them. I have higher standards for you, Raj.
Okay, I'll look her up. And
Maybe,
I'll pre-order her book. See if that helps.
Try to slide into her backdoor DMs.
Speaking of, is it cheating if it's a doctor, Dan?
And not like a PhD, because that is cheating.
Where the PhD stands for pretty hot and destructive.
I'm just saying, it's a different one as a gastroenterologist as opposed to an art history major.
Art history major, really?
Doctor of English studies.
Or philosophy.
This is how they did it in the Renaissance era.
Like, who's going to be pegging me? And they're like, you mean whom?
I just want everyone to know I'm laughing on the outside, but on the inside, I'm yelling, you, Trey.
You're listening to The Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
If you like the Treehouse show, which days like today, I'm not even sure if I do, then you'll love us on social media. So give us a follow at Treehouse on Air across all major social media platforms, including the revived/resuscitated TikTok. At Treehouse on Air is our social media platform. So give us a follow at Treehouse on Air. I'm Dan, along with Trey and Raj inside the Treehouse today. It is Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. I say let's celebrate with some birthdays. We will start today with Sammy Gale turns 29. Sammy Gale plays Nikki Regan, I'm not sure which, on the CBS show Blue Bloods, mainly starring Tom Selleck. She's also the leader of the Mean Girls in Vampire Academy. So Sammy Gale turns 29 today. Australian guitarist Orienti, hell, I don't know. She's 40 today. She tours with ex-boyfriend Richie Sambora. They met when she was playing for Alice Cooper. She was also the guitarist for Michael Jackson's This Is It concert series that never happened. Actress and singer Willa Ford turns 44. She posed for the March 2006 issue of Playboy, competed on the third season of Dancing with the Stars, and at that time when she competed on Dancing with the Stars, she was, I believe, married to Dallas Stars hockey legend Mike Modano.
Mm-hmm.
That relationship just shockingly did not last. Other birthdays today. Ben Moody from Evanescence is 43, former Evanescence guitarist. From Malcolm in the Middle, Christopher Masterson turns 45. He played Francis. Harvey Specter on Suits. Gabriel Macht is 53 today. 53, Gabriel Macht.
Coming
Celebrity
back for
shit.
Suits LA.
What's that?
So they're launching a new Suits LA. And he will be on that.
Very cool. He's one of the main two guys, right? He's like, well,
in Suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks hella good for his age.
Great show, by the way.
I've not watched it. I've heard really good things about it, and that's one that's on my list. So I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, I saw season 1. It's really good. So I want to catch up on the whole thing.
Other birthdays today. Olivia Diabo turns 56. She played Fred Savage's older sister, Karen, on The Wonder Years. Guy Fieri, the celebrity chef, is 57. DJ Jazzy Jeff is 60 years old today. Hell of a DJ in his own right, but of course is mostly paired up and known for his pairing with Will Smith. You know, Fresh Prince, DJ Jazzy Jeff, all that good stuff. Also, we've got Diane Lane. She is 60 years old today. Star of such films like Unfaithful, The Perfect Storm, The Outsiders, Judge Dredd. She was also Superman's mom, Martha, in Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman and Justice League.
Underratedly hot.
Yes, I agree. She was once married to Josh Brolin and Christopher Lambert, the superstar of Highlander.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How's that for a pairing?
Yeah, there can be only one.
You know that has to be Christopher Lambert's like catchphrase in bed, right?
Yeah, of course. Right when he climaxes, there can be only one.
Yeah. Speaking of climaxing in bed, other birthday today, Linda Blair from The Exorcist is 66.
Lick me! Lick me!
That's a hell of a birthday party. Oh, man, that's the clip that just keeps on giving.
She gets her cocaine from Houston Rats. She parties like that. I'm just saying, when you're yelling out "lick me" and then smack the crap out of somebody, I'm just saying that's some good blow.
It does sound like an 80s party, right?
You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com. You're in the Treehouse. Visit us online at treehouseonair.com.
Yeah, you should do that. Exactly what our buddy Aaron said right there. Visit our website for all things Treehouse. Go to treehouseonair.com. Past shows, links, contact info, and so much more. All things Treehouse on the website, treehouseonair.com. Treehouseonair.com. One last thing to get to inside the Treehouse before we close up for the day. And that is a Florida beef thief has been busted following a stakeout at Costco and Sam's Club. This is one of those stories where the news TV people just cannot wait to get their hands on it because it's so pun-tastic and easy to carve up. But it really is. That's exactly what happened here. Abel Martin Cardova is accused of stealing more than $1,000 of meat from a Southwest Florida Costco and Sam's Club. Working with loss prevention teams at the membership warehouse clubs, the Collier County Sheriff's Office says it was able to identify him as the suspected meat thief. Law enforcement officers staked out the stores and tracked Cordova, eventually stopping him as he rode in a black SUV. Deputies said when he was found, he had more than $1,000 worth of meat, along with multiple fake membership cards, marijuana, and fentanyl, to round out everything. He's now facing multiple felony charges and is also found out. They also found out he was wanted in Broward County for similar crimes. So there you have it. Great news to the citizens of South Florida. The beef thief has been busted, thanks in part to a stakeout at Costco and Sam's Club. By the way, I'm pretty sure beef thief was, there's a nickname punchline coming, don't you? I think we all knew a beef thief in college.
His cellmate, the Hamburglar.
On the other hand, though, is it kind of embarrassing if when you get to jail, when you get to prison, and your new cellmate asks you, "What are you in for?" and you're like, "I stole meat. I'm the beef thief."
I think in prison, I think you lead with fentanyl.
It's a good idea, because otherwise, when you say, "Well, I'm the beef thief," and the cellmate responds with, "Actually, that's my nickname."
Speaking of pegging, when Tara first brought up dry,
whoa, what? There was no pegging conversation happening there, Trey. We were talking about meat and at best prison sex. There was no pegging thing happening there, but you just felt the need to insert it.
Well, that's the only way to do it, Dan.
but when Tara first brought up dry January, were you a little scared?
Because of the pegging.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing worse than lubeless pegging. And it's dry January, so you're sober on top of it.
Let you spit on it?
That's when I say I'm doing dry January. If you happen to be watching the Treehouse right now, I'm giving Trey 2 of my favorite fingers because I don't have time to go find my bleep button right now. For all things Treehouse, go to treehouseonair.com. You can also find and follow us on social media. For the show, it's at Treehouse On Air. For me, it's at the Dan O'Malley. For Trey, it's at Trey Trenholm 1. And for Raj, at Comedian Raj. We appreciate you. Do us a favor. Share the show with a friend. Make their day just a little bit better. That's what we're here for. We'll see you tomorrow right here inside the Treehouse. Jerk.
I feel like we should give your prostate a plug.
They sell those too.